Well, it's been a while, but um, done with the kidney stones and kind of in the middle of moving. A few problems there, but it's been probably 4 weeks since I've done a video, just to fill you in a little bit here, maybe even a little longer. So what we're gonna do is try to catch up and start with Matthew 10:18. And this is where the text was out of order, and Jesus is sending out his disciples the last time we were um, talking or looking or whatever here. So, what it is, um, this is what has already been done and or done last time. And I put a marker here that says it reads as if Jesus' words was after he ascended into heaven. Now, because when you see the text here, it was people are going to judge him by their laws. And um, that kind of decided the factor of what's going on as far as their laws would be other countries or other nations. So we're going to begin with 18. And these are Jesus's words after he ascended, in other words. Um, so I guess I can remove that now. That was just a help for me to get going here. You know the routine. Uh, so I don't think I need to explain much here except for the word sake. Uh, um, it's kind of like here, I guess here is when they're going to be saying before governors and kings. That goes with what I was just saying about there going to be the Texas for outside Israel or the Promised Land area. For my sake, it's not that they're going to be brought before him for Jesus' sake, but on account of me, because they're going to go out there and start telling about Jesus. And when these governors or kings, because it's going to cause a disturbance among their people, that they're going to come and they're going to give a full account of what Jesus did. So it's going to change the word to a count. Now, I did try to get my laptop here working a little bit better. I went and ordered a different laptop, and the screen is not really um, easy for me to read, but see my finger. But what we're going to do is we're going to click on the word sake, and then we're going to see over here on the right hand side over here that the word account is used twice. Okay, so it's not like I'm making a big change there. The other word, let's see, back to this screen. It says Gentiles. It's pretty much talking about other nations because it's these governors and kings. So it's kind of like we know they're outside Israel. So it'd be nations, not and their testimony to them and the Gentiles. I can leave the word them here, and then that's including the people, them and their Gentiles. It's kind of like a double repeating of just the people that they're going to speak to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the word Gentiles to nation. Sorry about that. Nation. Well, let me see on the laptop here because that's what I... And you can see the word nation is used many, many times. Okay, used 67 times, and Gentiles is used 93 times. But I think the more correct word is nations. I forgot to. Okay. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I just realized I got to watch the time here. Okay. Here, don't need the words in blue. Just needed to change the word speak to say. And getting rid of the word it, here they used it, it will be given to you at the hour. Now, this is blasphemy in the Bible when you see the word it, because when Jesus is describing what is Holy Spirit, these are the verses I use to show that Jesus is telling us that the words will be given to you, okay? Not it will be given to you. And then, because the following verse here is not you who will speak, but the Spirit of our Father. Spirit of our Father. So it's really not spirit, but it's the word breath. As you can see, I changed the word breath here. So this is pretty much blasphemy in your Bible when you start nitpicking every word. And now it's been changed. So these will be words, which will be his words. As you can see down here, I've made sure that the text is reading all text to refer to these words are coming from our Creator. So that's what the verses will look like when it's cleaned up. When they deliver you to them, do not be anxious about how or what you are to say. Words will be given to you what you are to say, for his breath will speak for you. A lot of people don't know what it's like to do our Creator to speak for you. But what happens to me is that I try not to lie at all. So I've been practicing this since I've been like 5 years old. And when I'm speaking and I say something that's not, after I say it, that it seems to me that I just lied. Later, I come to find out that our Creator um, made me say those words, or his words came out of my mouth at that time. So there's too long of story to go through the times that it happens like that, but I'm just telling you that you should be conscious of if you specifically try your hardest not to lie at any time. This is what will happen to you, that you'll say something, you'll say that I didn't say that. How can I? To me, how can I was asked one time about, do I believe in deja vu, and I said, well, it happens to me, so I know it's true. And the guy asked me, well, next time that happens to you, let me know. And I said, okay, I will. And I realized, how could I do that? And it bugged me all day until I woke up the next morning and our Creator gave me the experience of a deja vu with him. So it was funny that he made me say that, and then he gave me the deja vu. So, but now we come to these verses here. Brother will deliver a brother to death, and a father his child, and shall raise up against his parents, cause them to put to death. This happens anyway, so it's not so much that what Jesus is speaking, that after the breath will speak for you. This is kind of like a separate verse. All of a sudden, they've got these words or verses crammed together that it's hard. And I know because you reread them all the time and kind of like, what happened here? Where did it start and where did it end? So here you can see that this is a break from what our Creator was just saying. And then he goes back and he does start saying, again, what would happen. because you're going to be hated by them. If you're going into another, they were away from the Hebrew people, that Hebrew speaking Israelis, then they would have had, you will be hated by many, not all, but many, because um, Jesus is sending them out there to speak of him and give their account of him, and some are going to believe. That's how it spread, how the word of Jesus spread. So the thing here is it can't be hated by all. That's just not the right word. Because you are for my name. It's also because you're giving the account of his name, an account of his name, an account of my name. I'd rather have the text read, because you are for my name, for my name. They're representing Jesus. You people today, you are not representing Jesus when you're out there speaking, because you were not taught in by Jesus. He's sending out his disciples. So don't get this verse confused with you thinking you're out there and you're being hated because of Jesus. You're being hated because you're putting yourself in that position. And that's not what you should be doing. But you will endure to your end. So this is pretty much speaking to them at their time, that when they're going out. And when we get to these verses here, a lot of it you can see that I've taken out. I needed the word so to be added here, and flee to the next place, because he's just got done saying that many are gonna hate you, and the mob is gonna come and start persecuting you, and so you're supposed to flee to the next place. Here it says, truly I say, you shall not finish the cities of Israel until the Son from man comes. Son from man, it would have been son for man. Son for man would have been Jesus. So here it was, you shall not finish the cities of Israel until the Son of Man comes. Now, this is now coming back to where the text starts coming back to where he is talking about going into Judah to heal. So this can't be tied to what is being said, so it needs to be removed. A disciple is not above his teacher, nor a slave above his master. I'm pretty sure that they knew that they were not the king and they were not the ruler in heaven, so they can't be comparing themselves as a disciple above Jesus. So I removed that verse as well. All of this is being taken out. Okay. I just don't see anything here that is important enough to stick around. And Jesus would know that the house of Bezalel, well, they're adding these words because we know it's Satan, a house of Satan, meaning those that are for Satan, or those that don't agree with our Creator are given to Satan. So it just is gone. It doesn't make any sense here. Nothing that will be revealed, hidden, that will not be known. Nothing that is covered will be revealed. I guess I could use that verse, but I don't need to. Like I said, a lot of the text I've already done the four gospels. So the object here is I know what's coming up in the others. There's better verses than this one here. And that's when Jesus directly speaks about how they edited the text for their God. Now, it's not what I tell you, whatever I told you, because Jesus is sending them out. It can't be the word tell, it has to be told. And this is just a double speaking words that you don't need to actually need in the verse. Whatever I told you, declare to everyone. This is not proclaim, but declare, and you're supposed to declare it on a hilltop, housetops. No, to everyone. Okay, you needed to. He's sending them out, and that's what he's telling them is to declare him to everyone. As he's of what he's told them, his parables, his healings. He's just supposed to. That's what they're supposed to do. So this is not needed. Okay, so this is what was done right now, and you can take a screenshot of that and read that later. Going to go on. Okay, now this verse here shows that the wrong kind of people are editing the text. I have a lot of self notes in here, and it gets ridiculous that unable to kill the soul. Let's go through this verse here. Do not fear those who can kill your body. Okay. Who added the word can in between here and your body and took out the word the body. For they are unable, but they are unable. I changed to, for they are unable to kill, not change the word the to your soul. You are rather, and not the word rather, you are to fear YV. Now, see how they have, you are rather to fear him. Okay. Now, who is him? They don't really speak to who you're fearing. Well, we know that you're supposed to have a fear for our Creator. So, and Jesus would know him. So I put his, what I consider his name, the best we've got today, is by just saying YV, and everybody knows who we're talking about. You are to fear YV, who not just able, but can. He's not who is able. He can destroy both. Well, let's see. The thing here is like I said, the writer didn't understand that to destroy both your soul and in hell, or soul in hell. Well, let's put it this way: are able to destroy the soul and the body in hell. Your body is not going to exist in hell. Your soul is you. It's in a ghost-like form. When you visit the abyss, you'll notice that nobody has a belly button, nobody has sex, or sex, not genitals. You will find women have breasts, but they don't have nipples. Souls don't have nipples. And you'll see that the face has these openings, ears, nose, and mouth, but you don't use your mouth to speak. You're telepathic. So whatever you're thinking, everybody can hear. So people these writers don't know that is able to destroy the soul and body in hell. They're being sent to hell forever. So it's not like they're going to destroy or kill both the soul and the body in hell. This just who can send your soul to hell. Okay? Your body does not exist in soul or in hell. And this is actually speaking of after his second coming. Okay? So he is when people have asked me, Mike, I don't think I'm going to make it to heaven, and I'm fearful of hell. And I told him, I says, well, you got to understand, hell isn't around yet. So if you're in the abyss, people should still try to um, honor and respect our Creator as best as they can and change their ways when they're in the abyss, because when Jesus comes and the second time, then hell is created and then they're going to be separated forever. So if you, all those souls that are out there from the time that ever existed on earth, they still have this chance of going to heaven because he's punishing them by putting them in the abyss. Okay, now you're in the abyss, and all of a sudden you realize that, gee whiz, our Creator exists, because I was told about this place. I didn't even believe in the afterlife. They should be saying that he gave me knowledge, and what I should be doing is, as much as I can remember what I was told, I should be respectful and honor our Creator. Now, can that be done among the bunch of people out there that are against you for honoring and respecting our Creator? I don't know, but if they make the effort for the whole time that they're there, I personally believe that, I'm telling you the truth right now, that when hell is made, even those that are in the abyss will rise to heaven. So there is a second chance for people to ascend into heaven, but they have to obey what Jesus is telling us here. So if you're not teaching this, you're just wrong. You don't understand what the abyss is about. Okay. Now here, these verses really don't make any sense. For are not two sparrows sold for a cent? Well, a cent is what we represent as a penny today. So we know that this here is words that are being used that aren't. Let's see what the laptop was saying. Well, the thing that are changed this here. It takes me a little bit. Sorry, I'm away from the mic, but yeah, down here it's gonna sing some. Let's just move here and tap that right. Boop. Okay, 1/10 of a drachma. Okay, but the object is that you can see that even back then they're trying to say it wasn't worth much. Okay, so let's see, back to here. For 2 sparrows sold for a cent, and yet not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father. Our Creator is constantly showing life has an ending on earth. So he will let them fall to the earth. But then the verse says, but every hair on your head are all numbered. Yeah, I guess if I come back up here to this, yet not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father. What the hell the word apart mean here? Let's see here. Without. I guess that's, I like the word without more than apart, the part word. Anyways. Yeah, it's the same thing, that our creator is doing this. So what is one sparrow sold for a cent? See, it doesn't make sense. Okay. Not to me. If they're sold, two of them are sold for a cent. What does that mean? You got to understand that the poor people were eating birds. Okay. And our creator described what kind of birds they can eat. Not everybody was rich enough to have a herd of sheep or goats for meat. But there was fishing fresh fish from Galilee. There was fishing in the rivers. When you look at a lot of the land, you can see that even along the Mediterranean coast, they most likely had boats to go out fishing, and it's described what they can and cannot eat. Now, so this would have been something that would have been sold to a poor person for a meal. Not to, but what does it have to do? And not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father. It's just nonsensical. I mean, I could start explaining a lot of things, but I don't see that. I would be putting my own meaning into what these words are, and since it's nonsensical, they're going to be gone. But the very hairs on your head are all numbered. Well, of course, that's just our Creator made us. He knows exactly everything. Therefore, do not fear. You are more valuable than sparrows. But the object is you know that you are worth more to our Creator than what you see with your eyes. Other beings. Yeah, I don't want to exclude other beings, but everything but man out there in the world. So none of this is really needed. I don't need the word therefore, don't need the word you will. Everyone who acknowledges me, not confesses me, but acknowledges me. Many Christians today are very, very weak. They don't speak of what they've learned. Example, if anybody's ever the people that are watching what I'm putting out right now, I'm sure they aren't running around telling everybody, hey, this is awesome. That somebody's out here correcting the text and telling me what's true and what's not true. They are been so brainwashed that they push me aside and don't even care what's going on. But I know that they don't go around and they start confessing who Jesus is. But I want to put the word acknowledges, at least because I've got that laptop working. Let's see. Yeah, they've got the word acknowledges. So I think that's a better word here than, if you can see, I don't have any way to show you except pointing. I don't know. Well, it's up here. Acknowledges. I'm going to have to get a mouse for that computer. Okay. But I'm moving in another month, I think. I'll be gone from here. So I'm going to reset up everything. But anyways, before it needs to be men, or they had the word men here. I changed to man. And since you've seen the word confess here, I put it here as acknowledge them before our Father. And then deny him, it would still mean them before our Father. Jesus is stating this over again, so I'm not sure if this needs to be taken out as a double here. Everyone who acknowledges me before man, I will acknowledge them before our Father. And whoever denies me before man, I will deny. Yeah, no, double text. And that's how it's cleaned up, and how Jesus would have been truthful when he said those words. Here, you can see that I didn't change much, but what I did do is just took out a daughter against their mother, daughter-in-law against their mother-in-law. I'm not sure if that because you have to understand that the daughter-in-law would have come and lived under the family. So it's kind of like in this verse down here. Because otherwise they would have been speaking or had the words father against son-in-law. But that would have meant the woman would have been under the, yeah, okay. So it wouldn't have been here. I'm just trying to think of how they married and how they lived, that the sons still stayed on the land, the daughters came and lived. So it would have been daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. But you couldn't have the other sons because the son is not leaving him. So it wouldn't be son-in-law under the father, but it could have been father against the son. But they didn't add that text, or that text wasn't in what we have today. And his daughter against his, yeah, I needed the word add his because the way that people knew that they were named after the father. So, example, I think it was, boy, I know Elizabeth would have been a daughter of Levite because they're Levites. So the thing here is I'm pretty sure that's who she is, daughter of. But that it's because the man's seed is available. Male seed is visible. So that's why I added the word his daughter. Not so much that it is not her mother's daughter as well, but I needed this to continue with the way that they would have truthfully wrote the text at this time. And like I said, don't need daughter against mother-in-law. Do not think I came to bring peace on earth. I came with a sword. I came to test a male against his father and his daughter against his mother. Okay, I guess I didn't read that this would have been the son against his father. This would be because the sword that Jesus is talking about here is to know that he is our king in heaven. And if the father does not believe this, or the son does not believe this, then you have this conflict. Same thing with the daughter against her mother. So by removing this daughter-in-law, I think this would already been. Okay. This needs to be changed. Oh, yeah, it doesn't need to be all text, so I guess I need to write it out. It would be nor. And it would be daughter by, this would have been law, so I'm going to capitalize it. And then against her mother, and I'm going to add the word father by law. That's the way I'm going to do this. So I've added what? I, father, and added this. And then there was another one of these. Daughter-in-law. That would have been mother. Yeah, okay. I'm going to get rid of this here verse here. And then I'll take this. This was part of 35, so it can all go here. It's all going to be red. Don't need it highlight anymore. Okay. Corrected. Didn't get thrown out. Pretty much tried to talk it out that I didn't need it, and I talked myself into why I do need it. Don't want to have those errors. Let me see. I've got to get. Got to pull up text that I've been saying. Don't forget that you've done all these corrections. Well, where would I have added it? Sorry for the. Oh boy, I didn't put it there. So it must be here. Okay, well, it seems like I cleaned up all the edits that I needed to put in. So, what I need to do is copy this and start a new one. Blue. And text. No, it's this that I'm adding. Got a lot on the desktop. I needed more options. Oh, see. This is not eyebrows. Okay. Boy, I haven't done this for a long time. And yes, add it right here. Okay. Now that you see that I do I'm out of practice here. Okay. Um, a man's enemies will be the members of his household. For man's enemies, okay, because it needs to be man's, meaning male or female here, enemies can be their family. Members of their household is the word family, okay? Who loves their father and mother, who loves their father or mother. Now, um, if you're an orphan and you hear this or see this word here, those that you consider as your mother or father, then this is the same intent for you when you read this. Is more than me. Whoever loves their father more than Jesus. Now, this is Jesus saying that they are not honoring me. They aren't worthy. Let's see if it's 37. Let me see if I can bring that up here. Okay, and you can see that. Oops, I gotta get the screen so I can read it. No, they don't have the word honoring me. We are supposed to honor Jesus. I mean, yes, we can respect, but the word honoring Jesus is the highest form of what you can do of when you're acknowledging Jesus as our King who is forgiving us to enter into heaven. So that's why I'm using the word honoring and not the word keeping with or worthy. Those just it needs a better word than what's worthy. And who loves their son and daughter more than me is not honoring me. So this is Jesus trying to specifically give you a command that you're supposed to obey Jesus over your family. Okay. Um, it's a very important teaching right here, or command. What's the time? Yeah, I gotta get this going here a little bit faster, trying to put it under 40 minutes, and it's 42 minutes. I want to, oh, okay, this is good. This is the last one. Who does not take up his cross. You don't take up a cross. You don't do any of that. So that just is, Jesus would not have said that. But what he would have said, who does not follow me is not honoring me. In other words, to follow Jesus is to understand he is your king, um, who is not who does not follow me is not honoring me. Yeah, I guess that's good. I was just trying to think of um, those who do not obey me is not honoring me. That could be possible changed later. I'm just gonna put this. I want to take a better look at this. Um, I'm not going to change it now, but I'm going to maybe take a look at it again when I'm doing this. So let's see if I can. Yep. For the text later, when I put this in a PDF so you can follow, I don't want that. Here it is. Here's the words cleaned up, and maybe I should note it here that look at it later, but that's the only word that I can see is in question here, and that's where I'm going to put the end of this video. Ran a little longer than I thought, but that's what's going to happen here. If you guys want a screenshot, hopefully I sit here and just let off a few seconds. So at the end of my videos, I know that the text or files come up so you can go back and forth, or the one that I want you to pay attention to comes up on the screen. But okay, now that I moved it,